So as you probably know, yesterday, two of the greatest players battled it out to see who won the Speed Chess Championship on chess.com. Now, just like last year, these players were Magnus and Hikaru Nakamura, arguably the best speed players of all time. And as I was watching, there was a specific game that really just blew my mind. It's only 24 moves, but it's full of brilliances that, I'm gonna cover, I'm gonna explain. And yeah, let's just get into this roller coaster of a game. This is just unbelievable. Now, Magnus Carlsen had the white pieces, Hikaru had black. This game was the 3+1 game, and yeah, Magnus here started the game with d4. Hikaru replied with knight f6, and after c4, e6, knight f3, he goes for b6, and this is the queen's Indian defense. Now, Hikaru here just wants to flank with his bishop, and Magnus does the same, he goes for g3. We have bishop to b7, bishop to g2, and now Hikaru develops his bishop here with a tempo. He goes bishop b4, hits Magnus's king, but here he just blocks, plays bishop d2, covers the check, develops his bishop, and all is well. Hikaru goes for some trades. You have bishop takes on d2, not knight takes on d2 because he wants to put his knight on c3. So queen takes on d2, Hikaru puts his king to safety, knight to c3 by Magnus, like I said, and here Hikaru puts knight e4 and goes for some trades. This move attacks the knight, attacks the queen, and yeah, so far if you take a look, every move was basically a book move. The players have been playing instantly, and yeah, everything according to the book. Now here though, Magnus Carlsen stopped and thought for 30 seconds this simple move just attacking both of your pieces, and all that just to play queen to d3. Hikaru just instantly moves, it takes this knight, and what was Magnus thinking about? Well here, I'm sure 99.9% of you would just take the knight with the pawn or the queen, and maybe so would I. But the thing is that in chess you can never forget, you always need to stop and consider every single move, even the most obvious ones. And here Magnus Carlsen went knight to g5 and the first brilliance is on the board. Because in this position there are actually two trends. Magnus Carlsen wants to straight up checkmate Hikaru and at the same time win the bishop here and then the rook, because the rook would be trapped. So yeah, how can Hikaru deal with this? Well, the only move here that keeps the game equal is knight back to e4. This dying knight here comes back and interfere with both of Magnus's ideas. This is a very nice move, the only one that works again. Here Magnus takes this knight, we have knight takes on e4. However, here there are still threats looming. If Hikaru tries f5, just trying to hit his knight to get the bishop here, actually knight f6, and this comes with a check, so after you take the knight, simply bishop takes bishop, and again your rook is dead here. So Hikaru still has to be careful, and here he just plays knight c6, closes the diagonal, and then he's gonna start attacking Magnus. So here he just puts his king to safety, but now f5, like I said, we have knight back to c3, but now Hikaru, like I said, wants to barbarically just go after Magnus and win this match. He goes for f4 and yeah, starts trying to crack Magnus's defenses. Here, Magnus played the queen to d2, which Stockfish points out as an inaccuracy. However, it really isn't an inaccuracy. You don't have a lot better. Magnus perhaps was just, worried about knight to b4. This comes with an attack on the queen, also opens this diagonal. Then, after a thread, the king would be a little bit more exposed, so Magnus just runs from all of this. But yeah, but now Hikaru plays queen f6, and yeah, he brings his queen a little bit closer to Magnus's king. This comes with an attack here on the pawn, so Magnus brings this rook here on the a file that wasn't doing anything. We have knight to a5 again. Hikaru keeps looking for targets. Now the target is this c4 pawn. This also opens this diagonal, so Magnus goes for the trades. You have bishop takes on b7, knight takes on b7, and now the golden defender of Magnus is gone, so he really has to be careful. However, Magnus here, after thinking for a while, with a very provocative move, he goes for e3. And this move basically just begs for Hikaru to go f3. Like, look at the weaknesses around Magnus's king, right? The light squares are basically unprotected. And Hikaru was like, bro, what is he doing? He just goes f3. And now it's just a matter of time till he finds his way to put a queen on h3, right? Well, Magnus argues that he can defend this. Let's see. First, Hikaru was thinking of going queen f5, queen h3, and just end the game. However, obviously, Magnus isn't going to allow that. He goes e4, prevents queen f5. But now Hikaru just rerounds. He goes queen g6, and oh boy, the queen is just going on h3 anyways. Like, You can go queen h5, queen h3, or even queen h4, queen g4, queen h3. And how is Magnus gonna stop everything? Well, he says he can simply go h4, and now the queen can't go to h5, right? It's blocked. But if queen g4 to go to h3, simply king h2, and Magnus is doing perfectly fine here. So in the game, Hikaru had to find another way in, and that's exactly what he does, because knight d6. And basically, if the center of Magnus falls, he's just dead anyways. Like, the knight just puts pressure everywhere, and Magnus just has to defend. He plays queen d3, which Stockfish points out as a mistake. However, there really wasn't anything better. Magnus is just in a very bad position after this f3 move. But yeah, Hikaru here finds the only move that keeps his advantage going. He plays rook f4, because now he really stacks up the pressure here on this e4 pawn, right? And also on this h4 pawn, because this pawn on g3 is pinned, and the king of Magnus here is starting to feel a little bit claustrophobic. But yeah, here Magnus plays rook f2 e1, defends this pawn. You can't take this pawn on h4 yet, because you want to defend your prodigy pawn here on f3, and after queen takes on f3, the game is pretty much equal. So, in this position, Hikaru first overprotected the f3 pawn, and now really threatening to just get in this way. So, Magnus here tried playing rook to e3, just again reinforcing this pawn, because if rook takes on h4, this would be a miss, because yeah, Magnus can just take this pawn now and hang tight. So, here, after rook e3, Magnus is supposed to be doing fine. However, when you take a look at the bar, something has gone terribly wrong for him. And Hikaru here at 1 minute and 48. And even though this was a blitz game, he paused and thought for a minute. So yeah, he was onto something. It's so close to breaking through. There must be something. And here there's actually a move that just finishes the game. So if you want, try to find it, give it a shot. But yeah, here in this position, Hikaru just played knight takes on c4. This is unbelievable. He just gives up the knight like it's nothing, playing on both sides of the board. This is just incredible. There are only two players on earth that could find this move in a blitz game, and they're here. They're here. They come out to play, and yeah, they just keep creating bangers like this whenever they play. It's unbelievable. But talking about the move itself, basically this move attacks the rook, so first things first, if the rook moves, well, now there's no problem on leaving this rook from defending this pawn, because there's only one attacker. So after rook takes on h4, Magnus is just dead. Like, it's just a matter of time till, queen h5 comes. For example, a random move, simply queen h5, threatening checkmate. And if the rook is taken, queen gets in through g4, and mate is unstoppable here on g2. So, after knight to c4, basically this rook can't really move. So Magnus is forced to take the knight. However, what's the point of this? Why did Hikaru take the pawn on c4? Well, the thing is, now this queen is extremely deflected from the defense of the king. So here Hikaru already has time to play rook to h4, and yeah, Magnus is just dead here. He tried playing rook d to d3, really just trying to murder this pawn that has caused him so many problems. However, it's just too late, because here Hikaru finds just a ridiculous move. This is a puzzle-like, a study-like move. He plays queen takes on g3, and the game is just over. Because, yeah, look at this move. What a way to finish this game. Like, Hikaru got an advantage after this game, and he was vibing. After playing this move to win a game against arguably the best player of all time, you gotta be in a good mood. But the thing is, if you take the queen, which is basically forced, this pawn is rolling, and it's gonna become a queen no matter what. For example, king f1 blocking, simply rook h1, this comes with a check. King is forced out, but now a new queen is born, and after the king moves, you can check here. King will be forced to e2, but now queen e1, and yeah, this is just checkmate, so the game would end here. And after queen takes on g2, bang, queen takes on g3, sorry, back here. Magnus Carlsen had enough and was forced to resign. But yeah, this is just unbelievable. If we take a look at the review, Hikaru Nakamura actually had an accuracy of 98.5. Like, Bro, are you even human?